definitely did not flip it.
I got it. I did it this time. I was on point.
Yeah, way to go, Chris, and I fucked up.
Goddamn champion.
All right, keep it going. Keep it going. Oh, you got it? Oh, Chris McGraw, ladies and gentlemen, what a goddamn gem of a man. Thank you for joining us here on a beautiful Saturday night. Okay. We couldn't hear that. All right. You look good. You look good. Oh, yeah, you look good. I look good. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again here for joining us on a beautiful Saturday night. We got the man with the legend back.
I'm back. Thank you. Yes, I know you guys.
Joseph C. Keneally. It has been too long. He's got a fresh face, a new haircut. Yeah, man. And we got Pat Rich on the podcast with him.
I mean, they're not
the same person.
They're not the same person.
They're not the same person. Hey, people were getting nervous, boys.
Hey, what happened to our Chat GPT?
Although Joe looks a lot different, so maybe it's not. Maybe we are the same person.
It's been a long week. It's been a very long week.
I can understand that.
I thought about it, and then some guy cut me off on the drive over here. I was pissed off. And
did you get out and fight him?
I wanted to. I was like, Lord, just give me 5 minutes. Let me see this motherfucker at least.
At least give him diarrhea.
And there's a park right by us. There's a park right by us. And I'm like, God, if you love me, please give him a speeding camera because you can see the flash.
Oh, yeah.
Motherfucker. The only time you slow down, right by the park camera.
Yeah, of course he did.
So he's in the neighborhood, then he knows the spot.
You may see him again, Peter. You may get your chance.
Yep. Oh, well. Joseph, welcome back, buddy. How was Disney World?
Thank you. It was nice.
Yeah?
It was nice. It was a good time. I probably will not go back now for a decade plus.
Oh,
until
really?
I have kids. Yeah.
You're going back next year when we lap Brian Hamilton's ass around Epcot.
Well, yes, if that is the case, drinking around the world, I will definitely partake. But I think I'm Disneyed out. I'm good. I'm good unless
okay.
Unless there's like some event maybe we're all participating in. Yeah, I'm good with Disney.
Is there anything that pushed you towards that, or is it just you've had it, you've seen it, you've done it?
We did it the first time before we got married, and there was some stuff we didn't do. There was a handful, maybe more
there's a lot of stuff
things.
There.
Yeah, there's tons of stuff to do. Went the second time with the idea in mind of drinking around the world. Did that.
Jackpot.
And then we had the other 2-3 days to do stuff, and I was like, okay, I feel like I've done Disney now.
You got accosted by Mickey Mouse.
I got dapped the fuck up by Donald. I'm not even joking. It rocked my world. It was
for us
first
old
thing
men,
in the
can
morning.
you hit me with what the fuck is dapped up mean?
He
touched him inappropriately.
I literally thought he'd maybe give you a nut tap or something.
Snapped, gave me a look. It was 10 o'clock in the morning. I was having a Bloody Mary. It was my first drink of the day.
Still a little rocky from
Donald ducked at me up, and I was like, holy shit.
He's a gay guy. What's the capital of Thailand?
Yeah, no, not that. Yeah.
Hey, this fucking beer.
Hey, I don't know if you know, but you've been kicked out. You're on Kicked in the Nuts. What? I love that show.
We don't have any young audience, so we don't have to worry about them.
Yeah.
But if you are having a bad day, go look up Kicked in the Nuts. It's
by far the best thing.
Oh, this is when YouTube and the internet was good and used for good, not for bad.
Just random people getting kicked in the nuts. Why? Why?
Why'd you kick him? Oh, he's on Kicked in the Nuts. I love that show.
and he kicks the kid in the nuts.
Yeah.
So good.
This you little shit. Whack.
He comes up, the two kids are playing catch. He kicks him in the nuts. The dad's like, what the hell? He's like, hey, we're on Kicked in the Nuts. Oh, that's so good. And then he kicks him in the nuts. Yeah, great.
That honestly had to been scripted, but it was still so good.
Yeah.
It had to be scripted. The one where he literally just running across the beach, and you just get a wide lens, and they start zooming in on him running across the beach, and he gets somebody quarter mile down and just nails him.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, memory lane right there.
Enough
memory lane right there. Start the podcast off right. What we are drinking tonight. So let me give you. I teased this story out to Chris and Joe last night. It's called Isaac, and in 2022, the fellows here and their lady friends and Chris went to a wonderful pizza place in the city of Chicago called Spaccanapoli.
It's supposed to be one of the top-rated pizza places in the city.
It's fucking a banger every time. First time I went, they had a breakfast pizza that was out of this world.
Very good.
Wait, you went in the morning. Did they serve that at nighttime?
It was a special. It was a special of the month too.
Oh, nice.
You can't get that.
Yeah. Pierre's trying to find
it. Proper, Italian style pizzas.
Yes.
Very small, thin crust. Comes out of a huge dome brick oven. It's fantastic.
When we went there, Chris and I ordered this beer, and it blew my fucking socks off. I was like, holy shit. Had then of course they had about 3 or 4 of them.
The Saison's better.
Fucking amazing. Unbelievable. And so I took a picture of it. And every time, and like, we looked it up. You can only get these at specialty, like beer, places that sell beer. You couldn't, this is not at Binny's.
So
This
it's
is
not worth
It's not worth drinking.
It's probably not worth. No, it's not at the bottle cap place. I forget,
Bottle or Rock Pops or Bottle Pops or something. Yeah.
which is another brewery, and they sell beer. Last night we're at having dinner, going out. We go to Temple.
Did you go to pray a little bit?
Always got to pray after dinner. If you're not praying after dinner, I don't know what
If
you're
you've
doing.
had a rough week, you got to go.
Oh,
to
you got to pray. You got to go to pray. And so you get in there, and Lauren's like, I want to get the girls a bottle of wine for tomorrow. I'm like, all right, go ahead. I'll just walk around. It's a very small, like little.
I'll be honest, I didn't know they sell wine there.
Oh yeah, yep. She got an orange wine. So it's a very small, little beer store, wine store, seltzers. They sell THC stuff. It's of course, Dum Dum over here is sneezing his brains out. So I can't even really look. But I thought to myself, maybe this place will have this beer. And I don't know. I had no idea what the name was. So I'm looking through my phone, sneezing, like not even really looking. Fucking guy.
Guy's like, are you on cocaine?
Yeah, the guy at the register definitely thinks I have COVID or am dying of something, probably measles. And Lauren comes over. She's like, "Hey, I got my wine." And I was like, "Okay, I've literally not looked at one bottle of beer because I'm sneezing my brains out." And I'm looking, so I'm like scrolling through my phone to find this picture. Randomly landed on the picture, and I'm like, "Oh, finally!" And she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm looking for a beer that I've had, and I just could never find it." And she's like, "Okay, what's it called?" And I'm like, "Oh, here's the picture, Isaac." I'm not even kidding you. I look up
Right behind you.
right fucking in front of me.
That's awesome.
Lauren's like, "Is that the beer?" And I'm like, "How fucking insane is that?"
Yeah, this is for those who don't know, it's a beer from Italy. Like it's not like
Oh, it's so good.
I would say it's not like Corona where it's like I think it's like bottled and then shipped over.
So I did not see this one time in Italy when I was there.
In Italy? Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe it's a hard.
They're not even on a menu. Like for example, like
But how often were you looking for beer in Italy?
It was drinking the Aperol Spritz.
For Chris, I was looking at every place I went to see if they had a Coors Light.
Coors Light.
Yeah,
I'm guessing
absolutely.
you're probably not looking at it either.
Yeah, this
I'll be
probably
honest,
could have been on the menu.
The beer
like
lists are not very big in Italy.
7
Yeah.
times over, and he just
Yeah.
glances
Yeah,
over
yeah.
it, especially if you don't know.
Yeah.
Pat was getting the Aperol Spritz.
Un spritz. You don't say Aperol, you say spritz.
Give me the Aperol Spritz. I'm Pat
No,
Lynch.
it's un spritz.
Give me the Aperol Spritz. I'm Pat Lynch.
Exactly.
But no, so
forget the arm
unfucking real,
motion.
That's crazy.
unbelievable.
Yeah. Just happens to be
fucking,
right
and
there.
it's so good. It's honestly like a Hoegaarden. I think a better Hoegaarden to me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah. I can see that. It's definitely I think it's supposed to be a wheat beer. Yeah.
It's got a little bit of a little bit of a
Italian
kick, but
wheat ale brewed
Yep.
with spices.
very
look at
smooth.
you, Joe. Isn't it? This is a dangerous beer. This could go down way too quickly.
It is only 5% though.
That's a solid.
I think there's another one that they make that's a little darker and it's like 10 or 11%.
You know what they had at Temple last night, Chris? Jesus Christ.
I saw Pat pour that. I was just
That was
terrific.
stupid.
This thing really foams like a motherfucker,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
You know what else they had on? So today is a special day at Temple right
It
now.
better not be Malort.
No, it is Goldfinger Brewing.
Oh, nice.
They have a
We go to pop over?
but it's a dark beer. It's like a malt, not a
Okay.
malt.
Not a stout.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's like
Imperial stout.
yeah. And I was gonna. They have two. They have one on right now on tap, and then we're gonna have another one, a special one just for today at Temple. And I did not go with the Goldfinger last night. I'm sorry. Goldfinger is a brewery in Illinois that is ranked top 5 breweries for brewing beer in America. It's fucking amazing. All the beers are really good. Yeah. Actually, the only reason we know that is Frank looked up, and that's why we would have never known. It's in Downers Grove, right. We've ran past it, had no idea.
Wow.
They have very
Yeah.
drinkable beers.
Yes, but so I was looking at the one that they had there. Guess what the percentage of the alcohol was?
It had to be like 9.
It was 8%. I was like,
Wow.
get
No
the
chance.
fuck out of here. I had to start tonight. I had a Dew whiskey, so Mountain Dew whiskey with
wow.
my favorite whiskey.
Yep.
Stupidly shook it up in one of those canisters. Fucking threw the pop off the
Holy
top.
shit.
Genius.
So dumb. Then I had a sake flight. I had some of Lauren's cocktail that had Tito's in it. It was like a tea, purple drink, bullshit. It was really good.
Where this was all at where
Dinner.
that
I'm
you
sorry,
were
dinner.
drinking?
So I'm sorry. We went out to dinner across the street from the Leader Bar, Chris. That is now going to be Crust
Oh, okay.
Pizza. So they have a sushi place, tremendous. So I walk into Temple and I'm like, all right, Pete, we can't. You're like 4 or 5 drinks already in. You got a long day tomorrow. Let's keep it. And I'm looking at all the
Time
beers.
to make it a baker's dozen, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's all 7, 8, 9%. I'm like, do you
Yeah,
have
they're
any?
not really big on the lagers over there, in the 5% lagers.
No, they have the Cold Snap for Revolution, which is not bad, but
That's why Pierre texted me 7:30.
Hell.
I got up. I went to bed at 11, and I was like, "No, we gotta get about 8.5 tonight if this is gonna work out. If tomorrow's gonna work okay." So, but God bless. Didn't feel like shit at all this morning. Perfect. Last weekend we went out. Fucking Joe. I honestly cannot thank you enough. I absolutely love Alan Walker.
I'm happy it turned out.
Holy fuck, was it a good show?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it was sold out. Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm
Dude,
glad.
but the only problem with that is when they are sold out. Like, you know what? Oh, no, you weren't for Timmy Trumpet. Timmy Trumpet, we could dance. We could spin the girls around.
Yeah.
You could fucking high kick.
Dude, this was like shoulder to shoulder. Like,
We're ready to go with this fucking... I hate to complain because this is sound old man shit, but this is an older man than us. The age group at the Alan Walker concert, or at the concert was...
age spectrum was all over the place.
No joke. Had to have been 75 to maybe 16 years old.
Whoa.
That was the age. Like, it was an older Polish guy in front of us with his wife who had to have been maybe 10 years younger than him.
At least like 15 years
Yeah.
younger.
Wow.
And the poor woman, this dude is fucking ginormous. Like, he's tall. He's probably a little shorter than me. Probably like a quarter bigger than Chris, size wise.
Thick
He
boy.
is fucking wasted.
Oh, Jesus.
Just like a breaking ball or what do they call it?
Wrecking ball?
Wrecking ball. Just people are scared of him. So Chris like manned up and said, and like just went and stood and was like, if he's gonna run into me, we're gonna have this conversation. So he shuts the fuck up or stops it.
Well, he was like the issue was like they finally moved up a little bit. So I'm like, I'm gonna take this spot, and then if they try to come back, it's over.
He's all over the place.
But like people would try to walk past, and he was literally shoving them. And I'm like, what are you like? You don't own this part of the floor. You let these people pass.
You didn't see his VIP ticket? Yeah.
No, well he got the VIP treatment when I
so
told
he
him
walked
off.
into Chris and he's like, what the fuck? And
He's like, that's twice, and I'm like, you hit me.
Yeah. And then his wife was like, and then so I stood up next to Chris, and his wife looked in and was like, not that I had much of it, but me and Chris versus that guy would have probably been okay.
And they saw me and Brian, and then they were really terrified.
Pat was playing the peekaboo defense. He's gonna pop out and punch him.
I'll get the taxi.
Yeah. So then like 10 minutes after that, they were gone.
Yeah, he just left. He just went to the side by the bar because I think she knew that he was. But he was, and
I just picture this guy like falling asleep on this lady, and she dies.
Yeah.
She might die.
Death by
She
suffocation.
could be dead. She died during sex.
She thought it was death by snoo. It's not snoo. It's suffocation.
Yeah, the poor woman. She's just trying to enjoy the concert. This dude's fucking 2 sheets to the wind. Like,
He's like,
bro.
every like 5 seconds, he's either trying to pick her up or he's like Facebooking it and or like recording and he's like bumping into people. And she's like, dude, fucking just have some common courtesy. I get like you're having fun and like, listen, I'm all for people having fun at this.
Yeah.
You want to dance, whatnot. But like, if people are trying to walk by, you don't shove them because they're walking past your area.
Yeah.
Like, don't be an ass.
when we walked in, we go right up to the bar. I'm like, hey, I buy 4 Michelob Ultras. 3 fucking Indian guys. The nationality doesn't matter, but these guys are like lightweights as all could be.
Yeah.
Oh, they were trashed already too. This concert had started.
Smashed out of the. It's not even started yet. Out of their fucking mind. They can't even. The bartender looked at me like, guys, you don't need any more. Like that. Like, and then
Show hasn't even started yet, and they're like, probably don't. Have some water.
Their friend came and grabbed, but they couldn't even stand. They're running into people. This is one of those concerts where
they ran into me.
Yeah. This is one of those concerts where you're like, come on, boys, what are we doing
people
here?
Just like that was the only thing, and I feel like a big part of that has to do with the Aragon Ballroom itself. Like,
damn, Pat, let you even taste it?
Whoa.
Do you just fucking?
He's still got like half of his beer in there.
Was that all mine? I thought it was a sharing one.
No, that's yours.
That's all yours. Everybody else.
What are you fucking
I didn't
spooning the foam out of there?
Yeah.
I bought these are $5 a pop, by the way.
It's not bad. It's cheap. You could have bought like, I mean, these could have bought in Nashville then.
Oh yeah, well, fair point.
We'll let them know, baby.
Yeah, but so no, Alan Walker. Now I watch him religiously.
Better.
His concert was fucking. He's got so many good like live concerts on the internet.
Yeah.
It's tremendous.
Joe, do you know anything like about the show? Because we literally got there, like we got there right around like 10ish. I think we all did dinner, and then Brian got there maybe like 20 minutes after we did, maybe 30 minutes.
Brian got there like right as it started.
Yeah, we were upstairs. We walked up, got our beers, got on the floor, and like within like 5 minutes, they turned the lights off. They were playing some intro like video, and he went from like 10:15, 10:30 to like 12:30 at night.
Wow, he did like a proper show. Like he was not showing up late or any of that.
No, but
that's awesome.
It's quite the lighting rig.
Yeah, we were wondering if like if you knew
yeah.
anything about like the fact that if he had like
We were thinking maybe his opener
like,
missed.
an opener cancel, or if he had somebody else, or just like he puts
It's
that.
kinda
I didn't
like
get
Timmy.
anything notified.
Timmy
but-
did the same thing. He was on at 10 and out by 12:31.
Well, Timmy had
also New Year's.
Timmy had 4 openers though.
Yeah,
And
but Timmy started at 8, and this was over 9 for this place.
No, Timmy
fair.
started at like 11. 10,
No, but I'm saying,
45,
but that
11.
concert
that
started at 8 though.
Yeah.
This concert said at 9. The show was technically.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just curious if he had like an
So there
opener.
might have been only one opener before, so we missed.
I never saw anything on the ticket for him. Like sometimes it'll say, who the people are. But when I saw him at LIV in Vegas. He was on there for several hours, and it was the night of the time shift. So like, he went on.
That was Vegas, right?
Yeah, he went on at midnight.
Woo, that would have been sick.
And then
the hour flipped back.
The hour flipped back,
And he was still playing.
and he was still playing. And I remember it was like 3:00 in the morning. I was like, this bitch ain't even playing until the time they close. And then I'm like walking out and here, guy played for so long with the time shift, and I was like, oh, well, the time shift did happen. My bad. I'm a piece of shit. He did a great job. I loved every minute of that
so
show.
mad.
I was like, this guy's skipping out on time.
With a mask, maybe he just like leaves halfway. No one knows.
That's fair. Timmy also did have another engagement the next day at noon in Florida. So that's why.
Wow, yeah.
There were
He had nothing going on.
Pat did mention like his 2 hour set. He did repeat quite a few songs.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
But
the
it
alone
was
song.
it was so good, dude.
You couldn't complain with it, Joe.
Nope.
With some Norwegian singers.
Well, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was weird, but it was fun. Yeah, I was sick. It was sick. Those are like the best nights.
It just makes you realize how awesome Radius is, though.
Oh,
Like,
The Radius is more built for that kind of concert, right?
fair.
Well,
Well,
they get-
well
yeah,
Airgun
they're-
should too either, no?
The Airgun is like, even if you listen to a regular concert, the sound is always a little like hit and miss in Airgun. Depending where you're at on the
But I've never really
depending where you're at, where you stand, it can be hit or
I've never
miss.
felt that cramped in that area. I mean, we've seen Steve Aoki there.
The first time we saw Steve, it was pretty crowded too.
I mean, it was pretty crowded, but it
We
still
still
didn't
had
feel
enough room
like,
to dance. Like you had no room to dance.
yeah, I think we saw Tiesto there once.
No, me and Peter seen Midland there.
The middle
That was wide
crowded.
open. That was great.
Because
The
nobody.
2 concerts I've seen there were just as crowded as that one was.
Was it?
Yeah.
And
I
then-
saw Weezer there, it was just as crowded, and I saw another band was just
Yeah,
crowded.
but Weezer, you're not trying to like fucking.
No, but I'm saying,
I agree,
it does,
you're
like,
right.
when it's sold
Yeah.
out, it just gets
Yeah.
that crowded.
Yeah.
Is my point.
Yeah, that's the only one that I've ever been to.
Because the problem is you don't want to be behind the pillars to be.
Yeah.
We
You
just
wanna
gotta
be- yeah.
get upstairs and knock ourselves out a little cabana.
I think you got to pay for those, though. No.
I don't think
There's
so.
only general admission. Look like there's only
Yeah,
there's only
I've
stopping
never
to go
seen-
upstairs. Look like.
I've never seen there was nobody by those stairs stopping you from going up there. So I don't know how that
If
works.
they were Chris McGraw would have made a hole.
Yeah, I don't think they would have stopped me. Very
So
much.
there's a DJ I kind of like a lot now. It's called his Wookie, WUKI.
Oh yeah.
And
Yep.
We have to. What is it?
No, you're right. I remember in the chat with Brian
Oh,
when
yeah,
he
this
set
is
that
good.
out. That was good.
So, but
it a Star Wars
he's
fan or
coming in.
something?
He's coming
That's
in
what that's
for
the comment.
Prism, and it's like I text Brian and Chris. I'm like,
damn.
I'm like, hey, we might have to fucking we might have to brave Prism
Yeah.
to do this because I like him as a DJ.
He's not a huge name though, like some of the ones we've seen. So it probably could be pretty.
yeah,
manageable.
that's fair. That is very fair. It's not.
Yeah.
You're right. Tiesto at Prism is the dumbest thing we ever did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though he
'Cause,
was
like-
in the bangers at the end.
Like I would say the biggest song that we know by him is that Sunshine song.
Yeah, but if you want to check out, he did Electric Forest. His set at Electric Forest is fucking tremendous.
Nice.
All right,
When is he coming to Prism?
November. So we got a lot. Look forward to in November if we want to do. We're not going to go to fucking. Ladies and gentlemen, in Chicago, they're doing the All Blacks. I'm not going to lie to you. This is how much of a bitch I am. I was at the doctor's office on Friday, and I kept typing in All Blacks, and I was getting so fucking
God.
nervous. So I'm like, All Blacks rugby team. I could never just put All Blacks. I was so nervous.
That's fair.
Because I couldn't figure out how to get to Ticketmaster. So I got into Ticketmaster to see what the prices were going for. I was in at 10 o'clock. They forced me to sign in. So like by the time I signed in, it was 10:01. I was 12,000 in line.
Oh.
By the time I got
God.
my ability to buy, they were all resale. Guess how? And this is if you don't notice. This is what they do. The scam is the bots buy and they immediately put them on so people who are still in line come in and see it.
And
so they buy
like,
them.
oh yeah.
They were $107 or $130 for like where we were sitting for football.
Wow.
It's like, get
No
the
chance.
fuck out of here, man.
Jesus.
So we backed off that. We'll see if we can find some resale.
That might be one. Yeah, as
Yeah.
time goes on.
Buy the day before.
You could, maybe that too. Yeah, absolutely. But it would be nice to see. I know Brian's really excited. Would be excited to see that. So I'd love to do it with him. But it just
Peter and
sucks.
Brian couldn't get the pre-sale code to work correctly.
I did get it to work,
Oh,
but
did
by
you?
the time we got in there, those were all gone.
Oh, were they?
And I could only buy 2. I couldn't buy 4. It was also they gave the wrong pre-sale code. It was friend, not friends.
I typed in friend. I had the right pre-sale code. I went in there.
So maybe me and Brian both wrote it wrong. I thought that
Yeah.
the thing said friends.
I think the email said friend because I typed it in. I got in.
Okay. Well, you're smart. Well, then why don't you buy any?
He
Because
did.
nobody really
He's-
said it.
He's reselling for $300
Yeah.
a pop right now.
I'm reselling for the big bucks. No, I like when I got in, there was like nothing that you would like. I saw like all the seats that were like affordable that were maybe like I want to say maybe like $75 to $95 in the upper levels were all sold out. Everything else was like $130 to like $200, and they were all in like the 200 100 level. And I'm like, I don't know if anybody really wants to pay that much money. I'm not gonna sit here and try to buy tickets and then buy them, and then nobody's like, oh, I don't want to pay that much money for this. So that's why.
No, that's fair. I get it. I'm not gonna lie. I spent $800 on Windy City tickets, and I was like,
If they were literally like,
God save us.
if I could have gotten some $60 tickets up and they were
Can't tell
reasonable,
Lauren that the wedding is they don't want to be telling her all about that with the wedding coming down.
I would have easily gotten like $60 tickets if there were some out there
For what?
for
There-
the
there's probably a
rugby
good
game.
chance.
Oh,
There's
100%.
probably a
When
good
they
chance
when,
between
well,
now.
Yeah.
I was talking about when I was in for the pre-sale.
Yeah,
if
yeah,
there was,
yeah.
I wouldn't have even asked. I would have gotten them.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. This beer's tasting like a Friday night first beer after a long week. Like I'm feeling pretty good right now.
This is good.
Pretty nice.
Nice.
Chris
nice.
McGraw's like, nope, don't still feel like shit.
No, I'm feeling better now.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. When I have a little bit of a tummy ache from, beer shuts all that shit down.
Yeah, beer shut my brain off. It's like,
It's like,
hey,
hey,
stop being a
calm down.
bitch. You know,
That's
That's
it.
Is that it? Like it just shuts the brain off. You're like, oh yeah, that part of my brain just goes off, and I just enjoy life again.
But that's pretty much how it works. for me. Like,
Consequences.
you
What
get
are
like
those?
1 or 2 in, you start feeling good. Your brain kind of shuts off. It's like it's not doing anything. It's like great. You know what? This is what I need.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. I want to shout out to the ladies who are book clubbing it tonight, and
At
they're
Joe's place.
all
Is that what they're doing at your place, Joe?
Yep.
they're
That's why
all
Joe is here half an hour early.
so excited about talking dragons tonight. So
Oh man, yeah, all about the. I talked to Sarah. Brought that up on the trip, and she's. I had so many questions. I was like, "What's?" She's like, "There's books where they're having sex with the dragons. Then there's books where the dragons are having sex with other dragons. Then there's books where people are having sex with other people and they ride dragons." And I was like, "Cool."
What the fuck?
And
And they
it's a
think we're- and they
whole
think we're fucking with it,
dragon
yeah.
fuck fest. You're either
all the books that the women love
all
seems to be a
smut.
lot about
all smut.
all smut.
Yeah, all you
A lot of bestiality I'm hearing.
yeah. All this talk about, oh, I read, I'm smart.
Yes, and it's all
Reading
about getting railed
smut.
by a dragon.
Yeah.
Okay, real reading there, ladies.
Fuck my face this. Dragon Rider that. Oh, yeah, you're so intellectual, ladies. Yeah.
It's all right. Hey, listen,
I love it.
we all gotta have our hobbies. We like to get wasted, and they like to get smut wasted.
Get off your high dragon, you fucking smut reading whore.
Well, let them know, Joe.
Okay.
Let them know.
Oh, no, that's where you guys got quiet after I dropped the whore word? Yeah? Oh, okay, that's just me. Just me. My bad. My bad.
The Saints and Joe
I'm about to
Camillo,
get-
not the
about to
opinions
get
of the Saints.
crucified over here.
And Joe will be off for another 3
Joe's
weeks.
opinions are not.
God, yeah, not a reflection of the S&P podcast or its other members. Okay, cool.
I thought that was just a zoom in moment for you on the camera to Sarah right there. That's what I thought that was.
Okay. All right, well, hey, let's get into
I mean, if you want to rewind it back, I'll hop in with you. I have no problem.
Let's get into some last week's news. Start this week off, boys.
Oh, that was glorious.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Smut peddling whores.
All right, I have
Fuck your Bibles.
I literally have a Michigan car wash and shoplifters, and I don't remember this story at all. So I'm going to think about that one while I bring back up. Did you know? So last week, Joe wasn't here. We talked about a story called
I didn't know that.
Patrick Mahomes Sr. and
Johnny, and what's his name?
Johnny Rocket.
Holy.
Johnny Rocket.
Johnny
So
Rocker,
so
saw that video. I would look
I
at
still
that,
gotta
man.
see that video.
John Rucker looks like a redneck.
You're talking
golf
about
actor.
looking like a wrecking ball. This dude's back was like just coming out of his shirt, and I'm like, who is this guy that's like threatening? I had to look up who this guy was. Baseball player.
Oh, yeah.
Dude looks like he could play football.
He was on steroids for sure.
Oh,
Does it? But
still
he
on him
walks-
probably.
He
Or
walks
better ones
like
now.
a weirdo though.
He's
Yeah.
got a weird gait. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, that's what the steroids fucked up his hips.
But so Patrick Mahomes had to go to he's got some issues because of all his DUI, so he's got on probation. And in his probation hearing, he had to talk about how that was a stunt because they're doing a fight between John Rocker, and Patrick Mahomes Sr. are going to be in a fight, and they're trying to sell
Who's
this.
paying to see that shit?
It's like the bagel guy versus I forget and what was it?
Whoa.
You say that bagel guy?
Yeah, remember
He was a short guy who like absolutely lost his shit in New York, and he was like, "Fuck you!" And you
Oh,
hate
that's
because
it. I
I'm
remember this.
short.
I don't think I remember this one.
No.
Yeah, he got really pissed. He was in the bagel store, and
You definitely would recognize the video if you
Yeah.
saw it. It was
I didn't
like,
see no punch thrown in this
No,
video.
it was
No, they did not.
But it
Oh.
does. You're right, Pat or Chris. It does say Patrick Mahomes Sr. threw a punch. He didn't throw a punch.
No.
No, the guy threw a drink at him.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
But that was all a stunt because they were trying to. And they're each
dildo
gonna
bobbins over here sucks.
they're each going to get 100,000 to fight, and then anything on
On
ticket.
what, how is
Patrick Mahomes not give his dad $100,000? Was his dad hurting for cash that much?
How is that? Yeah. Wow.
Um,
Wow.
Is that
Is this
crazy?
going to be under the Jake Paul, Logan
Yeah,
Paul
something like
fight
that,
card?
yes.
No.
Do a couple,
Something funny.
State Farm commercials. Give dad a cold bucks.
Okay.
I can tell you what. It looks like just from that, just looking at Pat Mahomes' dad and what's this guy's name?
John Rocker.
John Rocker. Rocker looks like if he lands any punch, he's gonna snap.
But he looks
Pat
like he's
Mahomes'
got
dad in
he's like
half.
pigeon footed. So if you just dance around the guy,
Oh yeah.
Patrick Mahomes' dad is exactly moving. Is this like a rivalry when they were like
He's
playing?
like a
'Cause they're both
wispy
pitchers.
willow
Yeah.
in comparison.
yeah, no, just I don't think there's any real animosity. They're just looking to
Did
make
they
some
ever have any
money.
like thing when they were both pitchers?
Potentially, who knows? I mean, it's a long time ago.
Wait, was Pat Mahomes' dad a
Yeah,
pitcher?
he's a
pitcher.
pitcher for. He's a relief pitcher, right? Or is
Yeah,
he?
relief pitcher a few
Yeah.
times, I believe.
Oh, his dad was like an actual professional athlete?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
wow.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know
It
that.
doesn't have any money left, but that's all right.
Jesus.
So I figured it out actually. So in Michigan, there's a judge who there's a lot of shoplifting going on, and
Everywhere.
like yes, and in this particular part of Michigan, the judge is kind of fed up with it. So instead of like jail time or like fines and like people not, he's making these shoplifters do car washes. So you can and you have to make enough, like you have to earn enough money car washing to earn off the debt.
That's wow.
And it's in the specific Walmart, and it's in the Walmart parking lot, and the Walmart is going to provide the
Supplies.
car wash supplies, and the judge is going to be out there too, and he's like, hey, we're gonna figure this out because
nice and deep, like
because we're done. You're not gonna waste time. You're not gonna run this Walmart out of here, and I'm not gonna send you to jail because that's not gonna do anything for you. So you're gonna sit here and you're gonna wash cars.
Smart guy.
And I thought that's what I thought.
Can they actually do that?
You got to think of something different. I'm sure as long as the
If-
punishment.
I
Yeah,
think
it's
that judge is going to get
crime.
sued by somebody for like cruel and unusual.
I think you have to
punishment.
accept it or you have to do jail time. You get the option. Like it's not like
Yeah.
he's not dictating it to you, but here's your options.
Here's the other option. You got to come clean my house.
Yeah.
and then the floor is buffed.
If it's Trump, that might be a little.
Scrub them toilets with a toothbrush.
You got to be in the army that invades Canada.
Oh God.
Oh, Jesus.
It's pretty nuts. Canada beating USA, and Trump is becoming the absolute jinx of all jinx.
My favorite.
Oh,
my
the USA versus
When
Canada.
Peter was
Yeah.
watching, Peter was watching the
Hockey.
interviews earlier, like, and these Canadian people, they're like, "What do you think about America? Or Trump want to make Canada the 51st state?" And the Canadians are still nice. It's like, "Oh, I don't think we would go for that."
Yeah. No, thanks for asking.
Thanks
but
for
well,
asking.
Okay.
So polite. I'm like this is the opposite way around.
Oh,
Americans
any
be
redneck?
like, "They can lick my balls."
yeah.
Fuck those.
Come up there with our
Come at me, bro. Come at me.
Jesus Christ.
It was just like, I'm like, Canadians really are really nice. Look at this. They're so polite about it.
There was a.
They don't even like America sucks when they're the chance. They're like, "Go Canada, go
Yes.
Canada."
Yeah, and they're singing the Canadian
Yeah,
anthem.
they're not even, like America. Like if it was like America, they'd be like, "Canada sucks." Canada, it's just like just different.
Yeah, or
different.
like fuck Canada. That would be the.
They might be the nicest state if they do make it.
Well, no. The best part is Canada is now saying we're the 16th province.
Well, 13th rows, right?
No, it's 16.
They have 12 Providences.
Okay, so it's 13. Sorry, Pat.
Wait,
you were
what
right.
is what
I
is
was wrong.
the? Oh, they're calling the U.S. the
13th.
I see.
Hey, we all get health
I
care.
like it.
Watch that system crumble, baby.
There was another plane crash this week. And sadly, 2 people did die. It was over a desert, but I mean another one.
Oh wow.
No, that was that was Vince Neal's plane, right?
No, that was last week. There was another one this week. It was 2.
That was the Delta one, right?
Oh no, you're right. The Delta one too. Yeah, but I'm sorry. So it was 2 actually. There was one in the desert. 2 pilots died. But you're right. The one I was thinking of was the one that was in Toronto, or no?
Yeah, Toronto.
Toronto.
That was the one that flipped
Holy
over.
shit, that flight. But I don't think that was I think pilot error.
I think the pilot came in too hot,
Yep.
and the landing gear folded, and it just went over.
Somebody
It's pretty
made
crazy. People live in that though. Nobody died.
Nobody died. No, and only a couple of serious injuries. But the one guy talked about it. The other crazy part is all the videos we have of people, the accident, and then people in and getting out of the plane.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. If anything gets switched, you gotta film it first.
I mean, it was crazy that you had a video of the plane crashing from the runway. Like, it had to be like one of those guys who work and like unload the plane or something like that.
He's like, this don't look good.
Because he's like watching it down. He's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And then it just like barrels over.
It's like,
and
oh
he's like,
shit.
That was like the one. That was
shit.
there was one in, I think it was like, I don't want to say Kazakhstan, or one of those Stan countries over there.
Okay.
Where like the plane was like the oxygen was down, and people are they're like filming their like last goodbyes on the plane, and like I think a bunch of people survived, fortunately, but not everybody survived in this plane. But it like crashed short of the runway and stuff.
I mean,
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know if that happened to me in Toronto. I don't think I could ever fly again. Personally, I think that would be it.
That'd be a
my
rough.
last flight ever.
Yeah.
They give you $30,000 right off the bat before you even get
Well,
sued.
well, is that the settlement? I'd be like,
No. They said there's no strings attached.
just
Listen, if anything, that's a
maybe we all start flying now.
that's a there's all this talk about all the what's it called, the company with the bad planes. Why can't I think of
Spirit.
it?
Yeah, I saw
Boeing?
that too.
No, not
Boeing.
Spirit. Boeing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But this is not a Boeing plane.
No, it was a Bombardier.
Fucking flipped over and crashed. Still, I mean, everybody survived. Plane was still in one piece. Like that's a great advertisement for a solid plane.
Wing wasn't there, but yeah.
There's
Well,
so many
yeah,
there's so many good jokes on Instagram about about this like the plane crash. Like everybody
Crazy.
now.
I didn't hear about the other one though. Was that just like a
That
single
was,
engine?
it was not. It wasn't
small
a big.
plane.
Yeah, they were 2 small planes.
Okay.
So
I mean, those little small planes. If you look around, those things crash literally all the time.
Those
Okay.
are.
That was one
Those
thing
are
that
those are more pilot error because they're small planes. They're
yeah,
still flying.
or mechanical error if
Yeah.
you're not getting your the maintenance done on it.
Yeah, I
Definitely.
mean, like when you're running smaller planes like that, like the risk is much higher.
Yeah.
Just for
They also
pilot
say
error.
the news is now highlighting it more. Like this,
Oh,
it's
for
not as
sure.
new. It's not as new.
Yeah, the overall stats for plane crashes are still down year over year.
Yeah.
Like they are getting better. It's just
And I mean, honestly, the one in the American Airlines one, unfortunately, that was not like it wasn't the plane's fault. It just
No.
this is a.
It was a pilot error.
that was
just
pilot
bad.
error. That was the one
Yeah.
that hit the helicopter
Yeah.
you're talking about. in
Yeah.
Oh
Washington?
yes,
Yeah.
that too. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's
But that could be. I'm not saying this is it, but there is a little bit to the air traffic controls. They're firing people left and right.
Oh,
like
dude.
there's
that was a
confusion.
business that did not need people.
Yeah.
That was a business that was a profession that needed people to be joining, and they're like, hey, we're just gonna get rid of a bunch of these people.
It's like they
DEI
cut all these-
reasons.
Yeah.
I mean, there are dudes working like 18-hour shifts on that job.
I never realized how many like airports don't have that many runways. Because you know what airport has the most runways in the world, I believe.
It's got to be O'Hare
It's
or
O'Hare.
Atlanta or somewhere. in
O'Hare's got
Atlanta.
8, I believe,
Yeah.
and most are like 2 or 3.
Wow, I didn't know it was that
Yeah.
different.
Wow.
That's incredible.
So think about like all these planes are landing, going out, taxiing around.
Oh yes, it's a fucking jumble mess.
It's a hell of a job to get those all in one spot.
Dude, we left.
It's a high pressure job.
Yeah, when we left for Florida, we left the day it started snowing. We got on the plane. It was delayed by like 10 minutes, and we're like, okay, so whatever. We get on the plane, all load on the plane. Then they're like, hey, the very first
Get off.
seat in front row is broken, so we're gonna need to call someone onto the plane and fix it. So we sit there. By the time we get
What do they mean broken? Like it doesn't go back?
it was going back. It would not go up.
Oh, okay, so you can't take off.
Yep. And so they were fixing that, worked through that. We were able to watch an entire episode of The Penguin on HBO.
a good 45, 50 minutes right there.
Yep. And that's, getting on the plane, sitting for 5-10 minutes, and then watching this episode. And then Sarah points out the window, and all I see is all this snow coming down. And I'm just daft, like not realizing anything. And she goes, we might not be able to take off. Like, we might have to.
Did you say daft?
Daft. D-A-F-T.
What the fuck? Where does that come from?
Not aware of your surroundings.
Yeah.
Wait, don't acknowledge. Wait, okay, what is
daft is not an abbreviation.
It's a word.
God,
It's just another word for
you
dumb.
go to Disney World to get all the cool new language? What the fuck is going on here?
Read a book, asshole.
Stop reading about dragons fucking, right?
All right.
Yeah, start reading
First
about
of
some
all, fuck
dragons.
you two.
And,
Don't
and,
pretend. Pat, for some reason, seems like he kind of knew it. There's no way in fucking hell you knew that word.
The smartest person in the room knew what the word meant.
Okay.
Thanks,
Sorry.
I appreciate
I, like a dumb idiot, was like, oh, look at all the pretty snow. And she's
Yeah.
like, no, you idiot. We might not be able to take off because the runway is completely covered in snow. And I was like, oh, no. And this is like, so yeah, it was like an hour and a half before we took off. And then we finally took off.
At
Thank
least
God.
it was going there.
Yeah.
The one, for us coming back from Nashville, it's hot as balls on this plane.
Katrina's freaking the fuck out.
You're a bit fucking hungover.
Wait, Katrina was freaking
She's
out?
a nervous flyer, and that doesn't
okay.
help at all.
Bit hungover.
Yeah.
Already want to get off the plane. Like, let's just fucking call it a day. I'll drive at this point.
Yep.
I don't give a shit about flying.
Was it delayed? Oh, yeah, it was delayed a little bit,
We're
right?
sitting on there for an hour.
45
Yeah.
minutes.
Like,
They loaded the fuel wrong, so they had to take the fuel out and reload it.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
They
You
had to
told me
even
that.
it out. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. But at least you're going there. You're excited. You're like, oh, okay, take your time, whatever. I don't give a shit.
I don't know. I feel like I'd rather be delayed on the way back because going there, it's like you have like when we're, for example, going to Italy, like you had like we had to hit certain things to get there, certain places, certain times. Like at least on your way back, you're like, I just gotta get home,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I was like, yeah, maybe we take a red eye. If we can even get out. But that was the worry. But we
Yeah.
were able to get out.
That's good.
Once you go to Florida, Jill, they never let you out. You're stuck there forever.
I mean, I made it back.
Bitch.
It was fucking cold. I definitely just brought my fucking hot chocolate hoodie when I left. It was like 40 degrees, and I was like, this is okay. I came back, 7 degrees. Me and like 70 other people just huddled in a corner by the door, waiting for our Ubers to like pull up.
you know,
We're like,
yeah,
I'm not getting outside until that bitch is out there.
Yeah, that
No
was
chance.
it was a rough week for what?
Oh, the weather in Chicago is terrible. But
Yeah.
everywhere.
And
From
tad bit chilly.
Texas had it bad. Nashville was 23 degrees today. It was not good anywhere.
I feel like this is the first real harsh winter Chicago has had in 5 to 7 years.
Do you determine harsh as like
Weather-wise, but
temperature
snow-wise,
or
not.
like snow has been like
Snow,
nothing?
I'll take cold. I can't stand snow.
The temperature's been rough. The
When-
snow has not been as bad. It's like the fifth least snowy winter.
It's all
right
about the
now.
wind. It really comes down to how windy
Still
it is.
probably one of the snowiest winters we've had.
No, it's been like nothing.
In years, I would say. When's the last
Last-
time? When's
two-
the
I
last
would say
time
3
we had
years ago was
2 or
bad.
3 weeks of snow actually staying on the ground?
Last year, you're right, Joe. Last year was not.
There was
The
no
year-
snow last year or the year
You know what?
before.
He might be, since me and Lauren have moved in together, and me and Chris have not really had to drive too often to Elmwood Park, which has been a goddamn godsend.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think about
So
it
probably
in-
3 years.
I mean, I think about it more in terms of like when I think of a big snow, I think of like when like the one at the Super Bowl where you guys couldn't get out of your like.
That-
onto your-
no,
we haven't had that in a long, long time.
Yeah.
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 This feels like the coldest, most snowy winter we've had. And I'm not saying that it's the worst in the world.
Trump's right. Global warming's real.
But
Well,
I
it's
mean,
fake.
like, this is like stuff is freezing outside consistently. Snow had to be shoveled at least 3 or 4 times this year. Like,
Yeah.
I've been down Wood Park probably 3 times.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
all been the
Yeah.
last couple of weeks. Like,
I'm not saying it's
December
bad.
was really
I'm just
mild.
saying this is probably the snowiest it's
Yeah.
been. I feel like.
Yeah, but they're not big snowfalls.
God
No,
willing,
not at all.
God willing, May 3rd will be a nice day.
Hey.
Detroit, actually. So this happened in Skokie, Illinois. They had a water main break. It had flooded the fucking city. I don't know if you guys saw any of
When
that.
did this happen?
I know they had a boil order. That's all I knew.
2 weeks ago.
No, I didn't see
Like when we were in
Holy
Nashville,
cow.
the weekend we had Nashville, they had and it flooded the fucking city. It, like they're thinking about making it like a disaster area, like to get them some like federal funding. In Detroit,
Trump ain't getting enough funding.
fair point.
Yeah, no
in
chance.
in Detroit, well, actually, the southern states are getting pissed at him because he wants to cut FEMA, and the southern states have a lot of issues with hurricanes right now, and they need.
Yeah.
And Trump's like, we're going to cut some stuff. But in
not efficient.
Detroit, they had a 150-year-old water main break, and it flooded the area, and then it got really cold. It like 6 inches of ice, like straight ice. So these are cars. No car can, like, if you go and look at it, so they had to be evacuated. So they had to come get these people out of here. All these homes and stuff are just covered in ice. Streets are covered in ice.
Holy cow.
It is a fucking, go check it out. It is a wild scene when you see these like people like fucking,
Holy
people could
shit.
literally ice skate to work. Their cars,
Wow.
these cars are not moving. Like that's how bad it is.
They're just stuck.
And it getting warmer for a little bit here.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, tomorrow will be nice for us, but I don't know about for them.
Yeah, they have similar weather patterns to us.
Did you guys see that Kentucky Fried Chicken is moving out of Kentucky?
I did see that. Texas, right?
Did not
Really?
see that.
They're going to
they gotta rename
Plano, Texas,
Are they
and
gonna
they're moving
rename?
some people to California.
Are they renaming it?
Wow.
No.
Oh yeah,
Texas fried chicken?
that. I would not be a happy camper coming out that morning.
Are you talking? Get the fuck. I holy shit.
I'll try to remember to put a picture
This
in
is
here for
legit
this.
like tire plus height.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane.
There's a car with
You can't walk
its
to
lights
that.
on. How did it even open the door?
Yeah.
That's
You might,
wild.
it might be my remote start. Kind of
Remote
stuff.
start. That had to be it. Yeah.
Trying to warm the car up.
Trying to warm the car.
I mean, I'm looking at a
We're going to work, Cuddy. Warm the car.
at a
What
Jeep.
the fuck?
I'm looking at a Jeep, and
Yeah.
it's up to
Alright,
it's up to the
same one?
bumper.
Yeah,
It's
insane.
up to the bumper. Like you're
But
halfway
then
up
here's
the
the
tire.
thing. Think about when that melts. It's
gonna
not going to be good either.
It's going to fuck the
How
resale value of that
much-
car
how
up.
much- Houses are gonna be fucking wrecked.
Fucked. Yep. Kentucky Fried Chicken no longer in Kentucky. The Kentucky governor and Louisville's mayor are both very upset. They're only moving like 100 employees, but they're just.
It's the headquarters, all right. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Is it gonna be Texas Fried Chicken now? Is it gonna be TFC?
Nope. The Colonel.
I say you did.
Mr. Sanders.
Here's kind of something funny. In Ohio, they want to make a rule that
That you can't leave Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Stop calling us gay.
conception happens at Erection.
Oh Jesus!
What
Christ.
the fuck?
This is, I think it's supposed
Walking
to be,
around with a loaded weapon first thing in the morning, man.
and
Oh
you
my
should be able to be
god!
fined. They want to fine you, and but I think this is more satire. They're trying to make a point, like you're not giving women choices. How would it feel if a guy so every time you went and jerked it off, like you could potentially
Could have been a sin.
yeah, it could be potentially
They better
I
build.
guess that is the equivalent, right?
They
For some
better,
of this
they better
bullshit.
build some more prisons.
or you're gonna get fined, baby.
Yeah.
It's a $50 fine. It's like
is,
in
is Kleenex
Demolition
Kleenex
Man?
now collateral damage? Like are
You
they
piece of shit.
assisting murders?
You have jerked off one. That's a $50 credit.
You own one credit.
your phone sends you an email.
Every time you go to Pornhub, like, that's a fucking fine.
Yeah, bum.
I didn't just watch it. I wasn't even jerking off.
I think in Texas, I think I was listening to Lee Syatt on the Joe or on the church or the Church of What's Happening or whatever, and I think in Texas you can't get porn.
I think you have to have a log. You have to log in to prove your age.
Oh, I think
Because it requires your ID.
there's a couple states now that require
I think there's several
an ID
states.
of some sort, like some sort of ID verification, and then whatever sites. had
NordVPN,
that-
here I come.
Yeah,
That's
dude,
exactly what it is.
That's exactly what happened. The subscriptions went up
Oh yeah,
100% for that.
insane, bro. Because again, they don't want the state to know what you're doing. And it makes sense. Like, why would you want the state to know what you're doing?
It's,
How would you want the states to know you're jerking off, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's my time.
I registered
Listen,
his
I don't want
ID
you to know how many-
57 times in one day.
There are quite a few states.
I don't want you to know what I'm doing.
Damn.
What tracking what porn I watch?
There are a lot of states actually here.
You track me through my Google Chrome
Yes.
incognito mode like the rest of America, all right?
Go to fucking Meta. Go to fucking Google. Get the information
Yeah.
you want. Don't ask me to give it to you bluntly, asshole.
Yeah, scanning my ID in so I can jerk off.
It was hilarious. I saw. I don't. This is probably not true, but I saw a meme or like a funny text chain between a wife and a husband, and it was back in the day when they had the Fitbits, and it was like the Steppy challenge.
Oh, yeah.
So you get a lot
And
of
the
steps up, and then when you take
the
a
wife's
shower,
like, what the fuck are you doing in the bathroom? Jerk off much? And he's like, what are you talking about? He's like, before you went in there, the step challenge was 71,000. The last 15 minutes, you've gotten 1,500 steps. And he's like, fuck me.
Oh, my God.
there are 16 states evidently that have that law.
That's
They
wild.
gotta be all red states.
They're
eh?
all southern states.
Most of them are, yeah. The farthest one north looks like Montana is the farthest one north.
Okay.
And that affects like 16 people who lives in Montana.
It's Louisiana, Utah,
And there
Mississippi,
goes that one fan in
Virginia,
Montana.
Arkansas, Texas, Montana, North Carolina, Idaho, Kansas, Kentucky, Nebraska, Indiana, Alabama, Oklahoma, Florida, South Carolina, and Tennessee.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty much all red states.
Well, I guess no one's jerking off in the bachelor party.
Jackpot. I hope not. Jesus Christ, Pat. You and Pepsi right next to each other, just fucking.
I don't want to be anywhere near Pepsi.
This guy's steps are really going off the charts.
What are you watching over there, Pat? Nothing, Pepsi. What are you watching? Nothing.
Hey, Pepsi, can I borrow your ID? Yeah, you let me borrow your ID, Pat?
That hurt a little bit.
Oh, man.
Pat and Joe are in the same room because the futon's in there, and Pat and Joe can't go to sleep. Chris and Joe can't go to sleep. Like, hey, Joe, you hearing that? Yeah, this is not good, man.
That's bullshit. Hey, Joe, let me get your ID.
I can't fall asleep. Can I get your ID real quick?
This is the third time ID's been stolen my wallet, guys. What the fuck?
I just imagine like cameras flashing so you can take a photo of it, and you're like, all right, I'm good to go. Here you go. You can take it back.
Joe gets a warning from the government. Hey, your ID's been used 3 times in Florida. The fuck are you doing?
Life lock alert.
Yeah.
Fuck in Christ. Oh, bro, I had something, but I have no. Oh, well, this is not funny, but I hope you guys all have your measles shots.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you've heard, but measles
Shit's
is
coming back.
I'm pretty sure I had that when I was a kid, right?
Yeah. Oh God. But yeah,
My
might be
parents
something
were
you want to look and see if you have to get any like boosters or anything. Because in Texas and New Mexico, it's kind of out of control, and it's one of those ones that spreads so much that it's right now it's like 100, like maybe under 500 cases combined, but they're talking like in 2 weeks it'll be thousands.
That's
And they're
wild.
just in areas where there's not a lot of people. Like the vaccination rate is very low. But if there's a high population of it, even people who are vaccinated now will start getting.
Yeah, the herd immunity. It's gotten to a point where herd immunity is not able to keep it in check.
Yeah. So just
Oh,
FYI,
boy.
ladies
Oh,
and
boy.
gentlemen, that's not a political statement. Just if you don't like vaccinations, good luck with measles. That's all I'm saying. And the thing is, measles is not like overly deadly as long as you are in contact with like your doctors and stuff. But it's not a fun one.
No.
It's like chickenpox but worse.
Yep.
That doesn't sound fun.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Chris's favorite segment, feel good stories.
Oh,
To end this beautiful
baby.
podcast. For some reason, they have in a stunning upset, the U.S. Olympic hockey team. Oh, consisting of amateurs and college. Oh, it was 40 years ago that the U.S. beat Russia.
The Miracle on Ice.
Was that 40? It was 8.
No, that was 44, almost 45 years ago.
45 years ago. That's awesome.
Chris was just a little baby.
Happy anniversary.
No, I wasn't even a glimmer in my dad's eye. That was 6 years before I was
That's a
born.
joke, buddy.
I just got a text update. Lauren is a little upset. They could not talk about dragons because some people had not finished it. So Lauren would have not gone to. She wanted to be there if they were talking dragons. She would probably not have gone today if Dragon Talk was not
I think
up.
Katrina finished her dragon sign.
Maybe Grecia and Lauren and Katrina can talk about dragon sex.
Grecia does not read about dragons. Okay.
No,
Yeah, I
Gressy's
know.
not a fan of the dragon stuff.
What else are they reading? Jane Austen?
Probably.
Ooh.
This is like Katrina's podcast. All you gotta
Nice
do.
job, Chris. Probably.
Scientist discovers low-cost way to trap carbon using common rocks, and it could help farmers too. That's kind of cool. In the Amazon, one woman's ingenious canopy bridges are helping monkeys cross the road safely.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
All
That's
right.
kinda nice. There you go. A little good, feel good.
How did the monkey cross the road? Through the canopy up in the air.
Oh shit! Japanese team saves nearly extinct herons by hand-rearing chicks. So they're doing a lot of work with those bad
Wow.
boys.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
Yep.
Bamboo panels on the world's longest sea crossing withstand 6 years of sun and typhoons, still solid as ever.
Wow.
Jackpot.
No, we can't.
Bamboo's the stuff, baby.
Yeah, but they talk about bamboo as being one of the best. Like it's so goddamn durable,
It's so strong and everything. Yeah.
and it grows like weeds. Like it grows so
Yeah.
big.
It grows it grows so tall and grows so
Yo,
fast.
like why the fuck are we not using this stuff? There's so much stuff that we could be using.
You
right
need
now.
certain climates to grow it.
Fair.
It's not a hard thing to grow, though.
Yeah, but like you can't grow it like.
It's gotta be
Chicago.
it's like gotta be really warm weather.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. But okay, so could we not?
But I'm wondering. I'm wondering if like
You know how much it costs to import fucking bamboo right now, Peter?
I'm wondering if how the cold weather would react to like something like that. Like here in Chicago, like if you had like a road that was bamboo, like would it crack more easily if
see
it
how
got
it's
to a certain temperature
Ready
level?
for some salt, motherfucker? See how
Fair,
that bamboo
yeah,
handles
just
now?
Under duress.
Yeah.
Under duress from bird flu, California farmer donates 300,000 eggs to victims of the Palisade fires. That's kind of nice of them.
That is nice. Considering you could probably make a fucking fortune.
Oh, dude, I saw a
Hey,
story.
Joe, let me get your ID. I'm about to buy 10 eggs from this guy for $10,000.
No joke. A guy, there was a egg heist. Somebody stole 100,000 eggs because how insane! You can make so much money.
You gotta imagine it's probably low security because no one's ever stolen eggs before.
Yeah. So he just took a truck full of eggs and it's probably
Get a bunch of gangsters rolling there.
What happened to that truck of eggs, bro? What happened to that truck of eggs? I don't know. Somebody stole it, I guess. Wait, what?
Forget about armored trucks. They're gonna be checking up egg shipments.
Yeah,
woman in her 90s reunites with toddler she saved from drowning 64 years ago.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Oh wow,
that's kind of nice. On her way out, she's like, "Hey,
she's like,
30. You're welcome."
She was like, 30
yeah.
Hey, remember this face? I saved it.
Yep.
Oh, this is okay. Well, this is one of my favorite stories that I saw last week. Man, 87 years old, goes viral for delivering party invitations door to door. And on the invitation it says 4 p.m. or 4 p.m. start and the end time until the cops arrive. And, and he's just joking, but and so they have it on. He's on Ring door. The lady didn't mean that, but it's on Ring camera because it came over and this guy is 87 years old. His wife unfortunately died, I think 2 or 3 years ago. She's a bit lonely. He lives in this neighborhood. He knows all his neighbors, and every year he has a winter party, like a winter festival.
Oh, that's cool.
A little cul-de-sac party?
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. Damn Pat. Sometimes you're too good. And so he has everybody come over, and then they part. And this is their first year that they've lived in the cul-de-sac. And they went over and they said they had a blast, and it was nice to meet everyone. He didn't realize he went viral because he didn't have internet. He writes and all that bullshit. And they had an interview with him, and he's just a very genuinely nice guy.
I still like the fact that he's 87 years old and it's like,
oh yeah,
the party ends when the cops show up.
He's like, you bring nothing. I'll have the liquor. I'll have the food. I just want you to come in and enjoy yourself.
I thought for sure like Pierre's gonna be like, party starts at 4, ends at 4:30 because I'm gonna be in bed.
And that's, I mean, you got all the bullshit that's going on in the world, and you hear stuff like that.
That's awesome. That's very wholesome.
Yeah, the world's not so bad.
That's what helps you live longer. You just enjoy life.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%. God willing, when all of us make it to 87 and are able to throw
69.
parties. It's like Chris wants. I mean, unfortunately, as taller guys, our life expectancy is not as great as Pat. So, Pat, you're going to have to take this podcast and continue it in your 80s.
I can't wait.
And on that beautiful note, ladies and gentlemen, do us a favor. Hit that like, subscribe. No one commented on the favorite Super Bowl commercial. Joe, you got one from last year? From last 2 weeks ago?
Favorite Super Bowl commercial?
Angel Soft.
I can give you a few.
Had to be that Jesus one.
Oh, okay. There were a lot of good Jesus ones, for sure. Hit that like, subscribe, comment why Joe is the best person in the entire world and how good he looks, shaven, and with a new haircut, and that'll get him back for maybe 2 weeks in a row. Oh, shit, we're about to die over there. So, on that beautiful note, we're out of here.
Happy birthday, Peter. Bye.